Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakakwatash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us truth. Shalom to the mighty Akim and Akwat out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. And today's topic is going to be about Israel reclaiming their rightful place in the world, or uh, Israel's return to glory. Okay, let's start off with this first verse. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. Now, and it shall come to pass in all the land, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, meaning 2 parts, or a total of 3 parts. 2 parts, so 2/3. 2/3 of Israel are going to be cut off and die, but the remaining 1/3 of Israel is going to be preserved and left alive. All right. Verse 9. In verse 9, the third part, so the 1/3, they're going to be put through the fire, put through the tribulation, and be refined as silver is refined. So we're gonna have Lord willing that I am a part of it. I am a part of the 1/3, as well as anyone listening or watching this video right now is part of the 1/3. We're gonna have the impurities removed from us, and then the final part would be being tested. Check the quality, like just as you check to see gold, test to see if this is actually actual quality gold. All right, so we have to be put through the tribulation. That tribulation is gonna remove our impurities and make us perfect, so to speak. And a precept to that is Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 30. 31 verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, so the old covenant was with the was at in the Exodus after Egypt with Moses. Okay, that was the old covenant. So this is going to be the new covenant that's yet to happen. Okay, verse 32. Now according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. So like I said before, the first covenant was with Moses, when they were taken out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But verse 33, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. Okay, so see, this is where all the impurities are going to be taken out of us. The law is going to be in our inward parts, all right, and it's going to be in our heart. So we basically won't be able to sin anymore, all right. So that's basically the refining and making us, that quality gold, because we're going to be perfect in the eyes of the Most High. We're not going to be able to sin. Verse 34, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me. Okay, so we're not going to be needing any teachers or anyone to say, okay, so this is like videos we're doing right now. We're not gonna need to be making videos, making breakdowns and whatnot, or breaking down to anyone for that matter. All right, because everyone's gonna already know. All right. Next up is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay, so another thing to look forward to, aside from being perfect in the eyes of the Most High, is that our enemies are gonna have to go through all the curses that we went through. And basically, the curses are the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15 and downward. But shall just for one of them, so to speak, is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. You know, curse in the city, curse in the field, field like work, and it's just basically city in general. You know, living condition. Cursed shall thou Slakia. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Okay, so if you own your own business, you know, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time. What's it called? Selling. Or if you're a merchant, you're gonna have a hard time selling. You know, it's not gonna be very prosperous. And you know, basket. You know, that's could be your wallet, your own. What's the word? Inventory, I guess, your own personal inventory. Not even that you're uh, a merchant, just in general. And verse 18, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy king, and the flocks of thy sheep. So basically, everything you have, it's not going to be prosperous. All right, and you know that, and then all that's happening to us it's going to be happening to our enemies. Okay, and just a quick identifying an identifier. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It shall come to pass, and Slakia, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, so who were we sold onto? Who were the Israelites sold onto? The so-called white man, and you know that's one of the indicators showing that that's our enemy. All right, and and they also persecuted us. You know who gets gunned down in the streets more than anyone else? Who gets put in prison the most? Who fills up? Which race of people fills up the prison houses? All right. Okay, so next, Isaiah chapter 49, verse 22. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Okay? So the Most High is going to lift up his hands against the Gentiles, and the Gentiles, the same people that put our people to be their nursing fathers, to be their servants and slaves. It's going to be the other way around. They're going to be our servants and slaves. All right. And another precept to that, Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. So saying that even more so clear cut. Uh, if you lead, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. All the cop killings and stuff like that. Those cop, all the Slakia, not cop killings, but the cop killer. No, Slakia. The cops killing Jake, it's gonna go back to them. All right. Another precept. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. All right. So the servants. Okay, you know what? Let me get these precepts. Firstly, I've seen servants upon horses. Okay, servants meaning Esau Edom. Esau Edom is supposed to be a servant, and they're on horses right now. And the princes are the Israelites. They're walking as servants on the earth. They're at the lower state right now. All right. All right, Slock. Yeah. Okay, so Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. All right. So this just goes in a little more into the people that are pushing out wickedness. They're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. All right. So it's it's going to be a flip flop. The main thing is uh we're in a inverted reverse type of world right now. Everything is the opposite. It's like opposite day every day right now, and things are going to be put in the right order. All right. Like um people are going to be promoting people no Slakia. People right now promote homosexuality, which is not pro-life. It's literally not pro-life, but they want to act like they're pro-life, with a whole bunch of with basically stuff like um well basically they their morals are messed up because they one of the things I don't like is how they talk about um anyone and everyone can change. We should not we should not we should not use the death penalty on people, right? Everyone wanted to say that everyone and anyone can change, but that's not the case. The Most High kills people because for doing stuff like that, for doing messed up stuff. All right. Let's see. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right. So if you're wicked, if you are born wicked, so there's no changing that. All right. And there's another precept. Um, what is it? I just had it in my head. How do you spell crooked? Right there. Alright. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 13. Consider the work the Slakia. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 13. Consider the work of Yahweh, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? So who can make something straight that the Most High intended to be crooked? Right? No one. That's the correct answer. If the Most High wanted Esau to be the wicked, there's no changing. Esau can't change that because that's the will and the power Most High. No one can change the will of YAHAWAH Yahawashi. All right, and Ecclesiastes, Slakia, no, not Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Okay, the spirits are created there with the sole purpose of vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Alright? All these, everything that I just read, made for specifically for vengeance. If what there is no, for example, like I guess volcanoes as a good example, and volcanoes, like when it erupts, yes, there are some land mass things that it does, but at the same time, like it can cause a lot of death, you know. And you got animals like scorpions that just poison, scorpions, snakes, and whatnot, serpents that have deadly poison that can attack people. Bears can attack people too. And how when it happens, like, do you think it just, oh, it's an accident? Oh, free will, and free will doesn't exist. All of that is made and planned out by the Most High Yahweh, and and uh and you better pray that you're in the right spirit, you're in the right mindset, you're in on the side of truth to not to be able to avoid it if that's the mercy, if that's the will and mercy of the Most High Yahweh. All right, and with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say Shalom.